hits the pen and tilt, then you got some mud on the. That's really embarrassing trying to clean your camera off.
Need a windshield wiper.
Yeah, need a jet washer. Porch light, I think. Porch
Yep,
light.
225 meters.
Camera.
225. Thank you.
Which way do I want to look with Argus?
We're going 300.
Yeah, we're going.
300. Roger.
But it'll kind of be a long contour. So.
Yeah.
Before we move, did we want 2 cores here, Taylor Ann?
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to ask before we disturbed the sediment, but yeah, so we have been taking 2 sediment cores, one for the Battelle lab and one for me.
Sorry, I completely forgot about
the
second core.
No, I know you were stressed, so I didn't want to disturb you.
Oh, we can do another one if you guys are good with that.
Yeah, scientists, let me know if that's...
That's fine with me. Yep.
Okay.
Are we all right to go up the hill just a touch? Non-disturbed area?
Yeah, we're still in the same general area.
Yeah, pretty. We haven't moved more than 2 vehicle lengths. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, same heading, southeast.
Southeast.
I'm gonna tilt your camera down again. As you come down, if you come gently, ever so gently forward, you won't get that dust in the front.
We'll give Jake another chance to practice another core.
Mm-hmm.
So why does no one like the coral cutters?
I don't like them because they're so long. So the length of them makes the moment from the pitch and the yaw function on the manipulator as long. So I think someone made the analogy the other day with a pen on the end of a stick. So if you hold
I think that was me, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're holding a pen on the end of the stick in your hand and trying to write with it. So the parallel jaws are like 3 or 4 inches long, and those are probably 8 or 9 inches long. So a slight movement with the first 2 joints that you see there in the camera is a big movement at the end of the jaws. And then when you pick up something like the suction sampler, it's hard to have that fine control.
Extra long.
As we were doing the last sample, I was thinking of another analogy, which would be like trying to pick up pebbles with salad or like barbecue tongs.
Exactly.
Yes, like the salad spoons.
Coming out of that tray.
But worse, because you're also hovering or trying to figure out currents and only have a limited field of view.
Yeah, the limited field of view is challenging, especially for a new operator. The opportunity to run the manipulator where on the deck where we can see the whole thing and how it behaves and how the kinematics act. And
yes.
We don't get a lot of that on Nautilus because we're pretty busy turning the vehicle around.
Yeah, it's pretty quick turnarounds.
Yeah.
Slip there. I did see the other day you were having Jake stack rolls of tape on a stool while the vehicle was on deck. Very small rolls of tape. And the ship was rolling pretty significantly too. So it was a challenge.
But we had the good jaws on. So different operators favor, there's two basic sets of grippers that we use. There's the intermeshing jaws, which are similar to these, or 3-finger or 4-finger. It's like putting your thumb between your index finger and your middle finger. And then the parallel acting jaws, which is just like using your thumb and your index finger. And they both have advantages and disadvantages, but
Do you have the parallel ones on Herc? I think when I've been watching along lately.
We have had them on there, so a couple of us, like Jess, for example, prefers the parallel jaws because she's got the most experience with those on. And Bob prefers the intermeshing jaws because it's definitely much easier to get the core samples in and out because you can kind of cradle them. And it's easier to pick up rocks and such.
And I brought Argus a bit closer to Hercules.
Roger, thank you. Tilting up.
Yeah, I heard you saying you were practicing squishy fingers on bits of lettuce and other kinds of objects on deck.
That good? There?
Yeah, that looks fine.
Going in. That's probably not good, is it?
Yeah, that's not too bad. Here, I'll give you an alternate view and drunken Bobo camera. There you go. So I'll give you a tip later. That's probably good. You're starting to push the vehicle.
Yeah. So come up.
I think so, yeah. Some serious mud on that. You wanted to sample on the inside and the outside, right?
Well, I think that's what we get, whether or not that was the plan. Sticky mud. But the other good news is we've now seen more rocks in the last 10 minutes, 20 minutes or so than we have, I think, the whole rest of the dive. So there's hope for more rocks.
Yeah, I'm going to play with the camera in the front there while you're stowing that thing. You can zoom in there if you want, Steve.
Oh.
It's a big predatory tunicate.
Yeah, just let go of it now.
Completely,
you'll be all right.
completely covered in mud on the backside.
Yep.
A little bit of encrusting something growing on that rock.
Well, let's see how that holds up.
Sweet vortex.
Yeah.
This guy? Oh, it didn't work. You can even see the vortex in Argus. Oh, no, that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was it.
Got it in Argus too. See the arm in Argus?
Decopia Hyans.
See it.
Where's the Argus screen?
Bottom left.
Oh, I'm like, where?
Yeah.
It's never there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I gotta come up with
When we first saw that, I didn't recognize it at all because it's so mud covered.
Yeah.
Dive salvo.
Roger.
So let me see that thing. Let's show you. Right. You always see me scoot my chair back. I put my right arm in here somewhere. Oh, Bob's got it. I like it crooked up, but instead of holding it out like that, you tend to move the azimuth a lot.
Yeah.
If you, at the very least, tuck your arm against that. But that's why I like it crooked, because I rest it.
Gives you more stability.
Yeah, so when you're doing the fine stuff, I hold that part of it so it doesn't do that, and
Okay.
just use that bit. And you won't get the azimuth movement.
Okay, so that was 104.
Yes, sample number 104. And that was
Thank
fish
you
core
so
number
much.
4.
Sweet
Good
Argus
stuff.
shot. You want to go look at the rock bit?
Sure, let's go take a look at the rock. While we get the ship moving again.
Yeah, you just want to look on the way out while we're moving the ship?
Sure, yeah. I don't think there's anything growing on it that we want to sample, but we can take a look at this poor mud-covered tunicate.
Roger that. We're going to be going 30. Let's go 295.
Roger.
I'll see pretty much a long contour. Bridge now. 200 meters, bearing 295. Thank you.
This poor creature that looks kind of like a muddy oven mitt is actually a predatory tunicate. And I don't think I've ever seen one with so much mud on it, but it was moving
Zoom there,
earlier
Steve.
and in a way that was not like it was blowing in the current. It was kind of closing its mouth a little. Rather than filter feeding, they can close their main opening and trap small crustaceans or anything else that wanders in.
A bit like a Venus flytrap.
Yep.
What are all these little small white orbs?
Are those the snails that we were scooping? Guess it's hard to say.
Yeah, nice
Well,
center.
Daniel is on the chat.
Yeah. So that might also be the top of a spaghetti worm, which is a polychaete that has all these feeding tentacles that it puts out along the sediment.
See, these little grey encrusting patches are likely some kind of encrusting sponge, possibly tunicate.
What kind of fish was that?
Oh,
Yeah, that's the
I was looking for it
one.
like 5 minutes.
All happy when you find the
I
button.
know.
I think
Of
that
course,
is
it's like
a
all the way on the other
bristlemouth.
side of the screen.
It looks like Argus is starting to move there.
All right, we can
All right.
proceed on.
I'm not even.
I'm looking at a picture of a bristlemouth here, and I think
30
that's a bristlemouth.
35 will keep you about almost level.
I'm not even on stick lock.
Yeah, so when you're trimmed down, it's not thrusting up, but it's just when you pull back on the stick, it's doing less trim down. It's a really bad habit, but we tend to leave the Z-bias dialed in and do that. So you're basically nulling your verts by adjusting the stick.
So back to 300.
295. Yeah.
295.
Might have to catch up a bit.
Yeah.
So take it away.
You can see yourself in the down camera on Argus.
I can get some of the mud off too.
Oh, there's a bit of sponge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems like an unusually large sponge just to be out on the sediment.
Maybe it fell down from above somewhere.
Yeah.
Dreaming. It's a giant cliff above
I
us.
suspect I am, but
Oh, don't crush the dream.
the coral biologist can hope, can't I?
Could happen. I wasn't sure if it was a sponge or a piece of debris.
Plastic bag.
Oh, that's the end of my leash.
Yeah.
So anybody new to the Nautilus setup who might be watching, it's a pretty well-oiled machine. There's a Nautilus on the surface and there are 2 ROVs, Argus and Herc. They each have pilots and then a whole suite of sampling, different types of sampling equipment as well. And then we just saw there during the core samples that
Target ahead of you on the sonar.
What's that?
Target in 15 meters ahead of you, dead ahead.
All right.
could be more samples ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a rock.
See the sonar in
Looks
channel
like
3.
a rock. It's a lone rock.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's a cool view.
I have to come down for me to get there. I think I'm at the.
Yeah, right there.
of course, sometimes when you're in bottom that's this flat and this soft, well, you start seeing hard targets on the sonar and they turn out to be fish.
Yep, looks like a rock ahead.
Yeah, I think it's probably about the. Yeah, there you can see it now coming in.
Oh, I see it.
Whoa. That's pretty big.
Do you want
That's
me
a very
to do this
interesting
transit
shape.
at point 2?
Yeah.
Help you guys.
You can just stop him up.
Raj. It's a bit deep. You wanna hold?
Yeah, hold him and
Bridge now.
slide a little to
Hold position.
northeast, I think.
Yeah.
20 meters northeast.
Bridge
Is that
now.
your light bulb sponge?
If we could get a little
What's
zoom
your
on that
auto?
white
20
sponge.
meters, 030.
Sure.
Wrong button.
Oh.
Thank you.
Sorry, I should have warned you earlier. So.
Yeah, we're a bit deeper than we were, so it takes a bit of dragging around.
Zoom there, Steve.
Yeah, I think it
So
is.
you should have gone 20. We should put 20 then?
20 what?
20 meters instead of 10?
I did 20.
Thank you. 10 is laughable, huh?
Yeah.
What sponge did you say this is?
So I'll put it in the science chat. I can put the family. Trita dictidae. It's a glass sponge with a fused skeleton. They kind of actually feel quite hard and brittle on the surface. I'm happy with just a zoom here if we want to keep moving to try and go and find some areas which might have more HUD.
We do have a request from Daniel on shore if we can do a quick scan over this rock for brachiopods, just for a quick check.
Yeah, you can do it. Drag it.
Do I have any?
Nope,
Leash?
but you can drag Argus.
All right.
You're on the right heading to go ahead. Turn off that auto heading. It's going to dust the cliff.
The rock looks like a giant nose.
Just try and go straight ahead, Jake. You won't be able to go sideways.
Got it.
Try and run into the rock and get some good video.
Let me know if you need to zoom to look for these brachiopods.
Yeah, let's see.
Looks like I ran into the rock, so you can zoom there.
Good job.
Is that a coral?
Yeah, you won't be able to change your head at all right now because it's your tail to tail, 35 meters away.
Yeah, that's a little clavularia there.
Bit of clav.
Great snap.
Daniel says he doesn't see anything,
Hold
so we
position
can
there, and then
pull
let's
back
do
and move on.
Copy that.
we'll just hold there. Thank you.
Tiny little hydroids growing on the top of that rock.
I might be able to
That
get
rock
one
is
more
such a
shot
weird
on the
little
way
shape.
out, then you'll have to back
It
up.
does.
Yeah, just watch that slope in Argus there.
10, 20, 30? Yeah, about 30 meters.
No, it's coming up pretty close.
Yeah, I'm on 10 meters off the deck there.
All right. Want me to
Get
get moving?
If you got it.
Yeah, let's get it back in the box.
Yeah.
You'll have to come towards Argus.
Yep. Got it.
What's that clicking noise?
Have enough leash to spin around? Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Still 30 meters away.
Can we get the high
You
pack
can
back
turn
up
to
on?
315 now and fly that.
Sure thing.
Thanks.
Get back on the seabed there.
This is probably a silly question, but was the big blob we were seeing on the sonar behind us, was that Argus?
Yep.
Correct, yeah.
Ah.
It's a ghost that follows us around everywhere we go,
Mm-hmm.
depending on our depth. Sometimes we
Keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went tail to tail and came down to basically par on the delta. So I can Jake was stretched out there 35 meters and dragging Argus over to the rock.
All right, you keep going.
There's a lot of coordination.
Once you get ahead, and I'll call it in now, but make sure you will stay ahead and bridge now.
I'm coming the wrong way. It's going to put her up in your tether.
Let's go 200 meters, bearing
Come the other way.
295. Thank you.
Should I spin around?
Nope. I spun her and
I have a almost a wrap.
Argus did that to you. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it.
And about how far are we from this yellow patch?
200 meters.
200 meters? Okay. Yeah, Lizzie is interested from shore to see what's there because she's trying to plan the rest of the dive, trying to decide if she thinks it's going to be all mud.
Well, this is not a very steep bit there. I think obviously the biggest chance of an outcrop would be that red, steeper.
That red, yeah.
Provided that's real and not some strange artifact, but it seems real. It's
we do have it looks like the whole yellow does look brighter.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this whole slope here looks like it'll be it'll certainly be steeper, but whether or not it's got bits of outcrop or whatever, unknown.
Okay, there you are.
All right, in the box.
Back in the box.
Back in the box.
In the box.
295.
Go on ahead with it, spines
If you
up.
all are, if you all are comfortable going a little faster across this mud bottom, Lizzie's interested in having us move a little more quickly towards that big yellow patch.
You guys good with
Fine
that?
by me.
We can do that.
Warp speed.
Less stopping. Bridge nav.
Go from walker speed to
Speed walkers.
boot.
Increase
Oh,
speed
my
to
clock, so I can
0.5.
Still walk that fast.
Steeplechase speed.
Gentle jog.
It'll take Argus a bit to get that fast.
We're moving
295.
295.
Yep.
Those little jellies always look a little creepy when they're just right above the seafloor, like some kind of weird little spider with too many legs.
What is that? Isn't there on the DP screen his course over ground somewhere?
Yep.
Oh yeah, never mind. I see.
Yeah. No, it's I wish it was bigger. It's kind
I was looking at current direction. That's the wind direction, right?
Oh yeah. Current.
Wind and current.
Current as in.
Oh, that's the. Yeah, current as in.
Current.
Yeah.
Not current.
Yeah.
And there's a goal that pops up, 2 goal true above the wind speed. Shows how much we have to go
Yeah,
left.
I don't quite get that.
That's how much we have left to go in the move. So.
150 meters at 296.
Yep.
I
called in 295, but because it's drifted slightly, it's saying 296 to correct for any drifting.
That little snakehead eel pout we just went over was like rolling sideways in the sediment, like trying to work bury itself.
You good here for a minute?
Yeah. I'm in full auto.
Couple of targets coming up in sonar.
Excellent.
Hopefully go right by them.
Yeah, looks like it. At the speed, we won't have too much time to look, but
yeah.
12 to 4 needs to get some rocks. Because I think we're at blue water.
Yeah.
I think we're blue water for the next shift.
Oh, really?
At least for an hour of it. Blue water.
Yeah.
I think we're meant to come up in depth quite a bit, so see where we end up. That'll affect our time.
So did Lizzie pick this track?
I think so.
She knows the tradition that all mud dives get named after whoever picked them.
I'm not saying it, but she does know. She knows the Whitmire wastes.
Yeah. The lighting letdown.
Yeah. It's a long dive, so there is a chance that
yes.
She might be redeemed.
She could be redeemed.
She's in the danger zone.
You guys are brutal.
Oh, here's some rock.
There's some rock. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
I was thinking it, Meredith.
This was one of our sonar targets, so there is bedrock down there.
That trash as well.
Yeah, a little bit of trash there. Looks like some kind of plastic tube.
Yeah.
Looks completely different from the last rocks. I don't know if you've got any geologists on the science chat. Maybe not currently.
You don't have much time at these speeds.
I keep going.
All right.
It almost looks like a conglomerate rock, but I think it's just really
like
kind of
crusted.
cracked up on the surface, and crusted with things.
And we do joke, but it is quite hard to know before you get down here.
Yep.
There you go.
Yes, it's all a bit of fun amongst people who have shipped together to, tease your colleagues for having sent you to the mud.
The mud is data as well, but it does show how valuable doing things like dives with Herc and August are to be able to ground truth some of the information we get from the mapping of these areas.
Yeah, it's always surprising how steep some of these muddy slopes can be.
Yeah, it's really fun when they're nearly vertical and you're like, how is any of this sticking here?
This can't be mud.
Yeah, we've had situations where the flat bottom is rocky and the slopes are mud, and vice versa. So it's hard to know. Backscatter can give you some information, but
there's a stack of well cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Onward. You're gonna get out of the pocket, and we won't have time to look at anything.
Onward.
Yeah. If you get ahead, then we can stop and look at stuff. But I can always slow down, but it sounds like we're on a mission.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It was last year I learned the term angle of repose while on watch.
What does that mean?
Essentially, it's the steepest angle in which a substance can be at before it starts to, tumble downwards. So different materials, whether it's fine sediment or coarse sediment or pebbles or you name it, everything I guess has its own angle of repose.
And it acts differently underwater, certainly.
Are you hopping rock to rock now, are you?
Yeah.
I had to stop in the galley, by the way, for a chocolate-covered croissant.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
He's bringing us news from the outside.
We should have a snack camera so we can check on what snacks are available.
Ship snacks are very important.
On the big ship, they bring us mid-ship snacks. So, like at 9 and 3, we get a tray of goodies delivered to the control room.
That's nice.
It looks like
we're almost
at the steep.
We're almost at the steeper slope, so I think I'm just gonna slow down
just a
here.
few.
Bridge nav.
Surely one could be snacks.
Slow speed to 0.3. Thank you.
Abby, were you on the cruise last year when we found the s'mores trail mix?
Oh, it sounds familiar. Did everyone hate it?
Yes, we found it at the Fred Meyer in Newport.
Other shops available.
Guess what I found at my local grocery store yesterday?
S'mores trail.
Oh, the
more kelp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely starting to get steeper here.
Yeah. This is that first small yellow blob.
Yeah.
So you got the s'mores trail mix at your local Fred Meyer? Or the Fred Meyer in Astoria?
I first found it at the Fred Meyer in Newport, but I just found it at my local Town and Country yesterday.
It's all coming back to me now. Is this the one that only Russell liked?
Yes.
Meredith's husband has joined us on many port calls.
Little snakehead eelp out there.
I get horribly seasick, so it's always interesting that sometimes what I think is going to be the perfect snack turns out to be, kind of different on the ship.
Nauseating.
Yeah, I get seasick too. I have to take medicine every day for it just to make sure. I'm sure I'd be okay now, but I don't know. I'm not willing to take that risk.
How long have you been out for?
Oh, not that long. About, what is it, 20 days now? 21 days maybe?
Yeah, probably okay. Do you want to take the risk?
Yeah, no. I remember one evening on my watch, I started to feel a little seasick. And it wasn't even that crazy. It wasn't like moving very much, so I don't know why. I think just being in a dark room, moving around, made me feel a little queasy.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Only got 5 days left, so not worth the risk.
Bridge now.
Yeah, no.
No.
Definitely not. I want to be able to concentrate, not feel sick.
Yeah. Especially processing samples.
Add a step
yeah.
50 meters, 295 still. Thank you. So we're just gonna kind of cross over it.
Oh man, now I want a chocolate croissant.
I know. We'll try not to think about it.
Yeah.
So we had the control van had been revamped.
What?
Coral?
It looked like it.
Yeah, there's little bathy pathies just
Looks
attached
like it,
to a
or
pebble.
No, it's bad. Well,
fun.
Or alternatipathies now, since they changed the name.
Glance.
Oh, alternative pathies.
Got a moment.
Interesting. Like alternating?
Yep.
Or alternative to bathypathies.
Yeah. So did you get quite a few of these samples, Meredith, through the trawl survey? Because they're growing on the soft substrate.
Oh, they do attach. They will. This one will be attached to a small rock.
Little pebble or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is one of the species that we do get pretty frequently in the trawl survey.
All right, come on. Gotta keep on moving the ship.
Off you go.
It's really hard to not type exclamations in my observations when we see something that we've been looking for.
All caps.
Bridge now.
OMG. Just keep it in my head.
Adjust course to 270.
It could be a good way to search through for highlights.
Yeah, I like to come up with little mnemonic devices to remind myself.
Like there?
Something like that, yeah. Because we're going to be facing up the slope.
Remind myself of the name changes.
But it's moving
like
that way.
Oh, here are some of the cukes that I've got there. Either front or back ends raised.
Got some targets coming up. There you can see in Argus, it's getting a little rougher. So it seems like this, whatever this slope angle is perhaps less supportive of the mud and exposes the bedrock in patches. Bodes well for the steeper slopes we have upcoming.
Yeah.
That little outcrop goes up a ways.
Yeah.
And down.
Altered rock there.
Not much growing on these rocks because they're so covered in mud.
So right now I'm moving due west.
Good target, right? Just a few lateral left now.
That looks good.
Yep, that looks great.
And I figure when we hit this slope, we can decide how long we want to go on it versus then up it and then over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we are finally seeing some rocks, which we weren't for the first 2 hours of this watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does it take to be redeemed from being declared as the name of a mud dive? How many rocks does it take?
A lot more than we've seen.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, this right here would probably redeem you.
The sliding scale based on the length of the dive.
Should we stop him up for a minute?
Yeah, let's take a close look at this ledge here.
Okay, bridge now.
Just for a minute.
Yep.
Could definitely be a redeeming ledge.
Hold position. Thank you. I think the amount of swing that Argus has will still keep us in the box.
So, it's lovely, isn't it? The pom-pom anemones, brachyngeids, and that white glass sponge. Oh yeah, little one. The white glass sponge is on the collecting list. We've seen it a couple of times now.
Do you want to zoom on it?
They were kind of back along to the right of the screen, along that right side of this little outcrop.
Back on this ledge here.
But
yep.
Yeah.
Got a couple little
nice and slow,
sticks.
Nice and slow so you don't dust it.
Going right on the lip. And while we're scanning, we'll also keep an eye out for brachiopods for
It's further.
Daniel.
When you see the light get dark like that, you're too close.
All right.
Just let it float up a bit.
Talking about this right here, not the.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
one
on the right.
Yeah. On the right corner.
These little white.
Yeah, the white.
Yeah, white clusters. So we have a few different morphologies. It could be different species.
Bridge now. One 5 meters, 030. Thank
you. Meredith, do you think this is a good place to say take a sample of one of these, or should we keep moving and
I think this would be a
maximize
good place
time
to
on
take a
it?
sample. We've
All
got
right.
a lot of clumps of them here, and we seem
Yep.
to be getting into a harder substrate, but this is a kind of, with all of these animals, bird in hand.
Yep. If that sounds good, Jake.
Sure. Just let me know where I should set down.
So any of these, yep.
All right.
Any of these white sponge clumps.
Are these going to be a slurp sample?
Well, so this one, when it's dry, it's very brittle and very hard, but I feel like it might have a softer texture underwater. So it could be slurpable. I'm not 100% sure on this one though.
I would land on the rock instead of in the mud. Yeah. Or just nudge your bumper hanging up, pan down from your camera.
There's a yellow sponge underneath that overhang too.
See, when you first start landing on this kind of stuff, it's really helpful to have that view.
Yep.
Maybe put Mongo right in that little nudge in that little shelf right in there.
Okay.
or the left front corner of the vehicle. Thinking 3D, man. See where the left side of the vehicle is? So you could slide it down into that little niche and get a little lower if you want it. Single point of contact. Or as Keith Amberry says, balance on the marble. Yeah, beauty. Nudge in there somewhere and then balance her out. She'll stay there for you. You probably need a little head on.
So slurp was the answer to this sample?
Yeah, yes. I think try a slurp.
Can you bring bubble to the manip? Actually,
sorry. Yeah.
And if we could get a zoom before the slurp, that would be ideal. Thank you. Very nice. Perfect.
Jeez, I've been lagging on gauges. Just gonna strafe through them real quick. 1 second.
Yep.
Panning left.
Thank you.
Zooming in.
Which jar is this going to go into? 3?
We need to flush first before you get too close. Ready?
Yep, ready.
Flushing. Nice parking job, by the way. That's cliff parking for sure.
Rotating a bit, but it's like,
yeah,
hoping it doesn't slide off.
I'm starting to steal some of your flow.
Yeah,
that's why it helps to have just a teeny forward on, and the forward will also kind of pull the debris in the water towards the vehicle, so it will help clear
if I push it all with the slurp, it's gonna push me off. But
yeah. Okay, so it should be jar number 3.
Jar 3.
Hold on.
oh, I know. I'm just getting ready.
Got 2 views on it there, so help you with the parallax. Drunken bubble camera.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna have Jake zoom in a little, or Steve zoom in a little if you're all right with that.
Yeah, I'm ready for
That's good.
power.
Okay, there we go. %50%.
Oh.
Yeah, let's hold what you got there for a second. It'll go in. Might have to do a smear.
A little bit just made it in.
If you remember what I showed you with your tucking in with your arm there. There you go. Tuck in like this.
Oh yeah.
There you go, and it won't be all over like that. We have some in the jar now.
That's great. Thank you.
It's good.
Show me the tip there, see if there's still a piece there. Flick the wrist a little. Yeah, I think it's all in. I'm just gonna turn up the jam for a minute and then turn it off. Oh yeah. You guys can see what's in the jar, can you?
Yep, on channel 3.
Yep.
Nice one, Jake.
Good view. Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks.
So you can use some of those pieces for genetics. Meredith will be working on that, and then others will go to the Museum of Comparative Zoology. We'll
we
be
might
able
grab
to.
some pieces.
Sorry, Meredith.
Grab some pieces for the microscope as well, in that sample request. Get some spicule photographs.
So, well, MCZ, I remember you were saying before that when you request samples from them, they often send quite a small sample. Can you request slightly larger ones when it's for things like taxonomy?
Yes. So with a lot of the corals and sponges that are being sent up there this year, I'm going to be requesting slightly larger pieces to allow us to do the taxonomy as well.
Yeah.
All right. So
Penny
left. Oh, let you do it.
Look like you're flying there. Just gonna keep
as we
the
start
very
moving
front of the vehicle in view for you there if you're poking around.
As we move, kind of take off and move again, can we slowly kind of scan around this ledge looking for brachiopods for Daniel?
Sure.
He needs a slight zoom in as we do that.
Yeah.
Sure, let me know when you're set, Jake, and I can zoom to where you're comfortable.
I'm going to come back.
You want to do the ledge on the right or the ledge on the left?
I
both?
don't think it. Both. If we could just kind of travel around this a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says either.
Move to the left first.
So whatever is easiest from
sure.
here.
Are you comfortable with a little zoom, Jake?
Yep, comfortable.
All right, let me know when. How's that?
That's good.
Is that enough zoom to see brachiopods?
I'm looking at the science chat right now.
If you come down just a little maybe and tilt up, you'll get more light on it.